You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to you segment with Professor Intrig, you know what I mean? But discussion about black leadership and how they trying to assassinate it. Um, yeah, so black leadership is vital. It's not only vital just to our brand and our people, but in my opinion, is vital to just the world and the longevity of it. You know what I'm saying? The prospering of it. What up, Big Pimpin'? You know what I'm saying? I know for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So, for one, I don't like the fact that black leadership is being assassinated, but I also don't like the fact that I'm cooling, man. You know what I'm saying? We just having a discussion right quick, so just feel free to stay in, chime in. You know what I'm saying? I'm up cooling. You know what I'm saying? Just getting into some real talk early in the afternoon. You know what I mean? So, like I say, I don't like the assassination of black leadership, and it's vital to not only just us, to black people and the black brand, but just to the world in general. You know what I'm saying? I mean, black leadership takes us so far. You know what I'm saying? You think about all the great black leaders that's been just throughout history. You know what I'm saying? All the different blacks that's impacted the world in so many different shape, forms, and facets. You feel what I'm saying? Inventions. You know what I mean? Like, it's real, but the real problem is that we don't protect our leaders. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all holding them hearts. You know what I'm saying? We don't protect our leaders. And I was just saying this a little bit about this last night. Every other race, like you take I'm gonna use this again, the Olympics. I think of Tanya Harding or the one tennis player who ended up getting stabbed in the back in the day during the Olympics. People for their brand, for their culture, they be willing to put their life on the line for it. And because we know this, it's certain entities we don't fuck with like that. You know what I'm saying? As black folks, like we look at some people like, oh, they crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they sacrifice one of their kids. They crazy. And what it all is that they are all for one entity. They're for the brand. You feel the brand. If you part of the brand, you part of the brand. It doesn't matter if they like you or not, or do like you. You know what I'm saying? Like all that matters is the brand means something. It has to be upheld a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So I think, we got a lot more. We got a lot more potential great leadership that's out here in this era. Hey, Tay baby, how you feeling, dog? You know what I'm saying? We got a lot more black leadership that's out here, but who's protecting it? You feel what I'm saying? Every culture has multiple organizations that are just solely for keeping their brand afloat. Why you in pain? What's wrong? You know what I'm saying? For keeping their brand afloat, for upholding the standards or the quality or the principles of their brand. You know what I'm saying? They do it to the point where they infiltrate their own kind in every big major entity and organization that there is. We're talking about the how do I flatline connected flatline asked me about how do I feel about the assassination of black leadership. So I'm doing it, talking to y'all on tag, but I'm also on YouTube Live talking about it too. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying how it's vital, not only just to us but to the world. You know what I mean? I feel like my black folks don't is not looking at the world is the way they should be. I feel like we looking at the world from a manipulated perspective, a manipulated angle. You know what I'm saying? You talking about cooking right now? You see me having real talk? You talking about real talk right now? We gotta talk about cooking later. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this train of thought, but like I say, black leadership is definitely vital, and I was at the point where I was saying like we need to protect it. We need to start being able to protect our leaders and encourage. Like the one thing that I feel like is really needed for us is we need to start respecting each other more, man. We need to stop sizing each other up and looking at each other as competition. That's not how this works, man. That person come from the same type of background you come from. You know what I'm saying? From the same type of same places. So like, y'all people, I just be so angry about that shit, man. Like I really be upset, especially like with the fellas. Is really bad because it's it's been decades of this attack. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been decades of centuries of trying to take down the strongest and the biggest and the brightest of the black men and trying to make them basically look like a piece of shit to the public eye. Now you go through decades of black leaders and big black figures with major influence who being assassinated or shot down or killed off or having their legacies tainted in so many different ways. It's gonna start to make, and that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, these people, man, it's just been massacred and basically when that happens to one entity for so long, the consensus idea basically becomes like we're inferior to everybody else. Oh, we can't do what everybody else could do, we're not allowed. But is you just being blinded from the truth. I mean, mostly everything that we use and we do today was invented by somebody of our brand, of our culture. You know what I'm saying? The advancements and all this shit, these breakthroughs was came through from our people. So you gotta understand we're not the victim, we're the manipulated. And when anytime it comes to manipulation, we gotta protect our black people, man. This is what I'm saying. If you gonna put it on an entity, if you gonna put it on one entity, I don't mean to say this the wrong way, but it ain't the women. It's the kids. We need to protect the kids first. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other one more important when it come to our brand, man. The women not more important than the man not more important than the women. It's one brand. It's one brand. You know what I'm saying? We all black. We all going through the same scrutiny. It don't matter if you're a multi-billionaire black man, multi-millionaire, multi-thousandaire, multi-pennier. It don't matter. If you in multi-millions of debt, it doesn't matter. You still fall under the same brand, the same umbrella as everybody else. Don't matter if you're a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? And right now the game is different. Women have way more opportunities than they ever had in history. I love it. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't like the fact that while they're getting these privileges and having this chance to really be their own entity and really be independent, that they making it seem like this only because, oh, like the black man inferior now. That's not how this works. Because to the machine, to the motherfuckers we fighting against, they don't see one more precious than the other. I'm saying though, bruh, but how does she reproduce without the black man? Like this is what I'm saying. This is the problem. This is the problem. You keep trying to differentiate something, there's no difference. And this is all I'm saying. If you're gonna put it on a specific entity, it's the kids. It's the youth. The youth is what has to be protected. The future. You know what I'm saying? The longevity of the species always lies on the future. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with reading that article of war, but it's not gonna change my point. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, bro. I'm not called a professor just because it sounds good, bro. Like I'm a student. You know what I'm saying? I study, I research, I look up shit. I talk to different minds of different people. You know what I'm saying? I'm 34, my nigga. I got 3 degrees. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the black woman is not precious. I'm saying I ain't saying that at all. I'm just saying that this is a black problem. This is not a black woman's problem. It's not a black man's problem. This is a black people problem, and we need to prioritize protecting the youth. This is what I'm saying. The youth is boys and girls. It ain't just, you see what I'm saying? It's the youth. Without the youth being able to feel like that they could flourish and thrive and be all they can be, ain't none of us shit. It don't matter. The revolution is always led by the youth, man. That's how it works. You feel what I'm saying? We need to get back to that, man. You know what I'm saying? But back to your original question, like a lot of the major black leadership, no matter what area it comes from, is being taken out. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? You have to protect the youth first. How do you protect the youth? You feel what I'm saying? For one, you make sure they have a way to be protected that allows them to keep their innocence long enough to gain the knowledge they need to fight whatever's coming up in the future. You feel what I'm saying? Like they need that encouragement. They need that good spirit. They need them good lessons. They need to witness. They need to witness unity and people coming together to get things accomplished. Like it needs to be like not only you can't just tell a child something, you gotta show them that shit too. You feel what I'm saying? Because how they gonna believe you if you ain't walking the walk? Like you talking the talk, like it's different. You know what I'm saying? Me, I try not to really say much about a lot of things to a lot of people, you know, until I can show, like, so till I can point it out, like, you know, this is how I'm in it. This is how I'm in it. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's the question that's gonna come. Oh, how you know about this? Individuals, man. It's not a one person thing. And that's another thing. This is a big reason why I dislike religion. This is one of the big reasons why I dislike religion, because religion is making it seem like one person can come through and save everybody. One person can come through and change. One person, bro. It's 7.2 billion people in the world, and one person, just one, could change. Come on, man. It don't work like that. Even behind every major talent, there's a panel, a crew, a committee. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like children need to see group efforts because that's how the world thrives. The major bodies right now that's running the world and corrupting the motherfucker is a group, is a committee of people. When you see all these big organizations as 500, Fortune 500 companies, they're ran by a group, by a committee, a group. See, so this is my personal belief that, you know what I'm saying? My personal belief is that the Almighty is a group, is an entity. Now, I also believe probably it's led by a woman. It's led by a woman, but I feel like it's you know what I'm saying? I look at it, man. You got Mother Earth, you got Father Time, like you got Old Man Winter. You know what I'm saying? Like these names is here for a reason, bro. Like I don't get it, man. You know, and I try to stick to the facts, but I feel like just we as a people, man, like the first thing we gotta do is start respecting each other more. I cannot emphasize that shit enough. We need to respect each other more and stop looking at each other as competition, man. It's not competition. It's not the competition. It's not. That is your partner. That is relief. That is an extended hand to help. Another line of defense, an ally. You know what I'm saying? We've been programmed for all these damn centuries and decades and maybe even millennia, you know what I'm saying, to look at each other as the target. I mean to look at each other as, you know, the food. And we not the food, we the hunters. We the team. You feel me? Everything in this world, that everything on this earth or in this world, or wherever the hell this landmass is called, all thrives off the sun. The sun. Without the sun, it doesn't thrive. You know what I'm saying? If things get a lack of sunlight, a lack of that energy, you know what I'm saying? They don't grow, they don't evolve, they don't become what they could potentially become. It's only one fucking human race on this whole fucking planet that gets their source of power from the sun. So why do you think that is? You don't even gotta know rocket science to know that. That's just basic knowledge. The plants you eat get their energy from the sun. You get your most protein and nutrition from the plants. Us, we need the sun on our skin to thrive during the day, to grow, to keep us rejuvenated. Like, man, even though we've been victimized, man, we not the victims, man. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, just think about it. When I take it to spades, right? If you playing cutthroat, right? For everybody to play spades. If you play cutthroat, right? It's for every man for themselves. It's four people. So if one person has the lead, what does the other three usually do? They come together to try to take the top man out. Why? Because they don't want him to win. They want to win. It don't matter if they don't like each other or do like each other. None of that matters. All that matters is you're about to achieve the greatness that we want to achieve. So we're going to use any means necessary together, you know what I'm saying, individually, strategically to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that's been happening to us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we naturally come out gifted. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying this to like put other cultures down or nothing like that, but a lot of these other cultures we started. You know what I'm saying? They pulling out, they finding remains of 2 million or 4 million year old bodies, and all these people look like us. The people in the pyramid, all that shit, they look like us. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't losing. All these big companies, they get their money from us. We spending our fucking dollars on this name brand, high price ass shit. We spending our money on all this technology and shit. And to keep up, guess what they doing? They giving they shit away to their people's hot free at a high price, at, you know what I'm saying, at a high rate. And it seems like no matter, and it's another thing, and it seems like no matter what era is, whatever they try to do to us, we always find a way to overcome it. So it's like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? Because, man, we already greatness, man. You know what I'm saying? We just got to start protecting each other. And I feel like once we start respecting each other more and respecting each other's roles and each other's positions, then it's going to be easier to protect each other. Because now we understand that I need you like you need me. Neither one greater is greater to the whole. We are all a part of the whole. The whole needs us all to thrive. You feel what I'm saying? It's not just a one person thing. You know what I mean? Hey man, drop an emoji if y'all still here. Ain't nobody comment, nobody said no. What's poppin'? Who all in here? Drop an emoji or something one time. One time for the one time. You know what I'm saying? But I love my people, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like, oh, black people lost and they don't know what's going on. And, well, I remember 10 years ago, we wasn't even having the conversations about being conscious and what's true about history and the facts. We wasn't even communicating about it. So now in this era, it's more talk. It's even daily talk every day about, our people and our history and what's really going on and how we can really come together. So I think that's raw. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a believer of at least get the conversation started. You know what I'm saying? In relation to the saying that every journey starts with a single step. You know what I'm saying? If you don't even have a conversation going, you don't know what type of solutions you can come up with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people scared to talk about shit. They scared to put it out on the table. They scared to, you know what I'm saying, really say what's on their mind. And I know it from experience, man. I used to be one of those people. Now, it's not about being afraid to speak my mind. It's about knowing when and where to say what I need to say for it to be the most effective. You know what I mean? and that's a big thing. You know, any message could be relayed. You just have to have a good timing, not good timing, but the right timing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you're not gonna always find the right timing because sometimes the right timing is at the most awkwardest moments. You know what I'm saying? But the right timing is the right timing. You don't get to control what the right timing is. You just have to be able to recognize it and utilize it. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of it because it is what it is. You know, a lot of people scared of the truth. They wanna stay stuck in whatever their imagination or their perception has created the illusion of. You know, and I ain't with that. I ain't trying to stay in the blind. I ain't trying to be blind. I ain't trying to be wrong all the time. You know what I'm saying? If I can get the right answers, I'm gonna go for the right answers, man. I'm gonna find a way to make a way to do something. You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like too, you know, the machine that basically kind of told people it's okay to be lazy. It's okay to not aspire to want your own things. And I don't feel that. Like, let me be the first to tell you, like, I don't feel that, man. You know what I'm saying? We, as a, just as a whole little entity, man, just, like, we just gotta do better, man. We gotta, we gotta strive for greatness on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? We have to make everything we do worth doing, man, and worth, like, I'm a big believer in, you know, if you get the right type of leadership of minds together, it's an easier process to get more people to follow along. You know what I'm saying? We in a bandwagon era. You know what I'm saying? Undoubtedly. We in an era where people are really basing their whole life off the latest trends or you know what I'm saying, what is or what. I mean, it's just a lot of this I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we do it or why we feel like it's important or whatever the case. What I do know is though that ain't can't nobody set the standard for our people but us. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? For everybody who on here on the tag, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go follow me on YouTube, Loyalty to Nothing TV, because that's what I'm live on streaming right now, as well as streaming on tag. You know what I'm saying? But like this shit is real, man. We really need to start working more together as a group, as an entity, as a unified front and force. You know what I'm saying? Because the more that we do that, the more we can accomplish at a faster rate. You know what I mean? I mean, right now they teaching our youth anything in these school systems, man. You know what I'm saying? But they done opened up the opportunity to homeschool your kids. So now all we gotta do is just, listen, man. These people, these fucking different backgrounds and cultures is coming together, putting their money together, buying mass larges of land and building their own little private communities, they families building. Do you know this how it started? I was chopping it up with my boss the other day, and he say, "Man, you know what your family crest is?" And I was like, "My family crest." Like, what is a family crest? You know what I'm saying? No, I said you got one of those, and he's like, "Everybody has one of those." And I'm like, in my mind, like that's some white people shit. Like everybody got no family crest, but everybody has a family crest. Your last name is associated with a crest. You know what I'm saying? Which helps you find the origination of wherever your bloodline may have started from. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us probably don't feel like we need to because all of everybody came from Africa. Man, if you believe that, you a dumbass. First of all, you gotta know that black people was all over the whole world. We was the first entity to circumnavigate the whole world. So all these places where all these cultures is at, you know what I'm saying? Like we established the foundations there. Like a lot of people don't want to give us credit for it, but it's the reality of the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is what really happened. This is what's really going on. You feel what I'm saying? So people, man, we gotta recognize the power we got, the influence we have, the opportunities that lie before us in this era is way greater than what it used to be. It's way more phenomenal than it ever was. It's way more promising than it ever was at any point in the era that we know of, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the machine is scared, man. And I call it the machine because it controls everything that we use. The media, mass media, um, mass transportation, you know what I'm saying? The food companies, I mean, they control all this. You know what I'm saying? The only way we take power or be able to even have some influence over them is by unifying. And they and if you just break down how democracy works, the only thing that breaks down the democracy is the people becoming a unified front, which is something I always admired about the forefathers who built the rules. Even it was a bunch of white dudes, it's a lot of loopholes in this shit that we could take advantage of if we work together. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't work together, it's gonna be hard to overcome a lot of that shit, or all of that shit, or most of it. I mean, I said, you can't do it by yourself, man. You cannot do it by yourself, man. You can't. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying it's impossible, but once you build it up by yourself, who gonna help you protect it? You gonna protect it by yourself too? You gonna help it flourish by yourself too? Man, we can only do so much as one entity or one, you know what I'm saying? But as a group, as a unit, you know what I'm saying? As a team, man, we can accomplish so much more with less stress on everybody. And that's another thing people don't understand. When you work as a unit to get things done, everybody has a role. So now you can focus your concentration on that role. Yeah, you probably talented or capable enough to do a lot of other things, but you being able to do that role and just handle that and allowing everybody else to handle their role is showing trust. It's showing, you know what I'm saying, support. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many more things that blossoms off of that. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about self gratification. But how long does that self gratification last? I mean, you can make a lot of money for you, but when you die, where that money going to, and what you gonna do with it? How will you be remembered? What's gonna be your legacy? What are people gonna say about you when you die? You know what I'm saying? That's gotta mean something to you. I mean, how can it not, man? Like, how can it not? How can it not mean something to you to to leave an imprint? You know what I'm saying, or be associated with some type of substantial respect. You know what I'm saying, that people from your bloodline or namesake or last name can follow behind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't grown. I'm still living, but in my home city, my name's still good. Nah, I ain't the greatest, but my name good. My name good. You know what I'm saying? The few flaws a person can't point out about me ain't really significant enough for you to be making an issue out of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like this on purpose, man. I believe in karma. You know what I'm saying? I believe you only get back half of what you put into the world. Period. At max, you gonna get half of what you put into it. You gonna get back half. So if you gonna put in half bullshit and half good shit, then it's a good. You don't know. You don't fuck around and come out with some bad karma. But I figure, if I'm putting in 80, 90% good work, I'm liable to come back with something greater. You know what I'm saying? And it's been working for me. My life ain't bad right now. It's pretty awesome actually. Pretty better than I anticipated being at this point. You know what I'm saying? Is it where I wanted to be? No. But am I far from where I want to be? Not at all. Not even lightweight. And I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at just being good at a lot of things and not being, necessarily the greatest at one thing. I don't gotta be the greatest. I ain't got an ego that big. I don't care. I just want my respect. Like respect is like the biggest thing, is respect. Respect is the gateway to everything else, man. It's the segue to everything else. Respect. You gotta respect yourself. You gotta respect your fellow man. You gotta respect the brand that you represent. You gotta respect the mission. You gotta respect how everything plays a role in life and how that role can be detrimental to the evolution or lack thereof. You know what I'm saying, of your life, of your maturity, or whatever the case, however you want to word that. Like y'all gotta understand, man. This shit bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Ratchet TV got people so damn blind and got people who ain't never been to the United States thinking this is what black people do in the United States, man. And that ain't it. That ain't how it work. You feel me? The United States ain't like the black people in the United States ain't like what they showing y'all on TV, man. It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's people like that, but it's people like that in every culture. It's people who drugs addicts in every culture. It's people who I got a high addictive personalities in every culture. Is every culture has their own set of people who do weird shit or who what I'm saying, who are extremely talented or think on a phenomenal level or what I'm saying, or who got special needs. Man, this is every fucking culture. The difference is no other culture is embracing that shit or glorifying it. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what the machine doing is glorifying it and then making us think it's okay to glorify it, and it's not. Because now these babies born after 95, 96, they don't know nothing about the real true principles that we was raised upon. You know what I'm saying? And if they do know, it's because they got parents from that generation who wasn't about to let those principles die. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, they lost, man. They don't know what's going on. And they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I can't just sit by and just let this shit just go on. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see me dropping little segments and getting up here and chopping it up with y'all on the often. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting a lot more feedback right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I don't really know who's listening. But it was good chopping it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Loyalty and Nothing TV. You know what I'm saying? We looking for a lot of upcoming things we got that's gonna be going on or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be easy.